Hey guys, I'm Eric.
I'm Melissa.
And we are Tilted K Homestead.
We are.
So if it seems like we're laughing, that's because we just shot everything you were about to see and the microphone was dead.
Yeah.
We are having a ton of microphone problems today. We're just going to reshoot the whole thing.
So we do have a bunch of updates.
We
That's
do.
Where we're at.
We do have a bunch of updates, and we will get to the couple that is trying to infiltrate our site.
Yes.
But one of the things we wanted to talk about, this is, today marks the first week that we have been here at our campground. If you've been following along, we live here in our camper. It's a 30-foot Catalina. No bump outs.
No.
On a seasonal at a campground for 3 months out of the year.
Yes.
And then the other 9 months out of the year, we live in the director's cabin at a summer camp for kids, which is closed when we're there.
Mm-hmm.
And we pretty much have the whole place to ourselves. So that's where we're at. And I thought I would show you a little bit of our campsite where we're living.
Yeah, where
So
we're staying right now.
So why don't you take a look at that?
Alright, so what do you guys think?
It's not too bad. It's
No.
cozy. I mean,
It
it's a
is.
campground, but
It is a campground,
it's cozy.
but we do have enough room.
We do.
It is a 30-foot camper, and there's only 2 of us and our dogs.
It is, and we didn't
have-
show the inside of the camper.
No.
It's in fantastic shape.
Yeah.
It's me and Missy and the 2 dogs, and like I said, it's a 30-foot camper, but there's no bump outs, so it's kind of narrow, and it's not messy or dirty. It's just cluttered with all our stuff.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep that part private.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep
It's our
that for
personal
ourselves.
space for now.
That's right. So.
But we do have, you did see the outside gazebo, which gives us another sitting area, and then we have our wonderful deck that we're sitting on.
That's right. That we built with my nephew.
Yes.
And my friend Jim. I'm sorry. And my friend Rick.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend came over,
Yeah.
and they helped us out
Rick and
with the
Annette,
finishing
and
of it.
Our nephew Jared. So.
Yes, came and he was a huge help. Thank you, Jared, and thank you, Rick and Annette. But that was 4 years ago. We've had this here for 4 years.
Yeah, that's when we first moved in.
So it's been pretty hectic. It's been pretty stressful.
Yeah. It's been busy for the past couple weeks.
That's right. If you been following along, what ended up happening is roughly 3 weeks ago, Missy got a phone call.
Yes.
Or you got a text.
Yeah.
What was that text about?
It was actually the woman who runs the community garden out in Millbury, and she was basically trying to get a hold of me and let me know that we were accepted to get a plot, so that we could have a garden, which was awesome news.
That was awesome news. We've been trying really hard to get an area that we could actually do some gardening in, and it was great news to find that out. But it came out. It came like 10 days before Memorial Day, which is the typical planting season for us here in.
So
in
we were a little
Lower
rushed
New
with that. Plus we were moving.
Plus I was still turkey hunting. So basically, in 2 weeks' time.
And we're both still working full time.
We're both still working full time.
There's a lot
So
going
in
on.
2 weeks' time, I had to get all my turkey stuff out of the woods and get all that cleaned up, washed up, and put away. We had to get the garden plumbed,
Yes.
hoed, raked
Yeah.
out, cleaned up, fenced off. There's 3 or 4 videos. I'll leave a link up top
Yeah.
to some of
When
those,
we first started the garden.
so we could get the garden started, and then get moved out of the cottage and into here.
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't really prepared for the move this year.
No, we were only half packed.
We kind of
It
procrastinated
was
on
rushed.
it.
Well, we were busy.
Yeah, but we weren't prepared as we usually are at that point.
Yeah.
We dropped the ball on that one.
So
So it is what it is. So basically what ended up happening was we thought Memorial Day weekend, we would have the whole 3-day weekend to get moved here, take our time, do what we needed to do.
So we thought.
So we thought. And then on Wednesday, the weather started turning bad in the forecast. And on Thursday evening, when we watched the
We
forecast,
found out. Yeah.
that it was going to rain from 4 or 5 o'clock on Friday, all the way through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and well into Monday. So we quickly made the decision that I would bump out of work as early as I could, go to the house, load the
Yeah.
truck, and when Missy came home from her job, we would get the heavier stuff, which only ended up being the couch at that point.
Yeah, you pretty much had everything all packed
Into
by
the
the
truck.
time I got home. So
And we did. We
It
got
worked
it
out
all
well.
in the truck, and we got it over to the storage unit. And literally, as we were putting it in the storage unit and we went to pull away to come here, it started to rain.
Yeah.
And then we went back to the cottage on Saturday and did our cleaning, cleaned it
Yeah.
up for them and stuff. You can do that in the rain. And there was some small stuff, but I put it under my tarp.
Yeah, we were able to get it all out.
Yeah,
with
yeah, it's not a
nothing getting wet.
So, and
that all
then
worked out.
we concentrated on getting our garden up and running, and I went there last week on Friday
Mm-hmm.
and to check on it and get things going. And why don't you guys take a look at that?
It's a little windy today, but this is our garden, and I will take you around and show you what we got coming up.
This is a bit of our Swiss chard. Got a little limp from transplant, but it's doing well now. And this here is celery and leeks. And over here in the pots we have thyme, cilantro, oregano, and basil in pots. If you look right here, you can see our beets coming up. These here are our onions. Over here you can see we have some melons, some cantaloupe melons. Some of the other ones did not do so well. Okay, here you can see all along this row and all along this row is our summer squash and our zucchini. Going up this row we have our cucumbers. Now the first batch of cucumbers that we planted, they pretty close to all died off. So this is our second batch we have in. Over here we have our eggplants, and they look fantastic. Now up this row we have all of our peppers. We have sweet peppers and hot peppers.
Now we got the trellises up for our tomatoes, and you can see our tomato plants going all the way up there are looking fantastic. And if you look right in here, you can see intermingled is lettuce. Then all along this fence line, I'll show you closer, we have our beans. We have sugar snaps, we have wax beans, white wax beans, we have pea pods, and green beans.
All right, so what do you think?
Came out pretty good.
Looking pretty good.
It's not looking too bad. We have 2 more trellises to put up for the cucumbers. We actually went there today to put in one of the other trellises that we need to put in. I was gonna put them both in, but the 4-foot welded wire fence that we're using, they didn't have any more at the store.
So we actually got 2 sections in because it's the one side, but we need 2 more sections.
Yes, we need 2 more 14-foot sections to trellis off the last of the cucumbers. But I will show you.
This is what we did this morning.
This is what we did this morning. We got up early because it's in the 90s today, and we went there and we got this trellis up and we planted new cantaloupe
too, yes.
Because those didn't look too well either.
No, for some reason we got a lot of rain for the past week or so, but for some reason they just didn't take, and I don't know if it was too much rain.
I don't know what the issue is, but we got new ones in. But anyway, take a look at that. So we're here in the garden and we are going to put up one of the last 2 remaining trellises that we have.
Yeah.
I believe we only have enough fencing for 1.
So as you can see, we have our T-post here, and then we have another one that's up at the top. So we're going to fence in that top area, well, put a trellis in for the cucumbers in that top area.
In this bottom area on this side, correct?
Yes, if we have enough fencing.
Okay, and then that will only leave that side left once we get the new fencing in.
Yes, because we have 2 rows of cucumbers.
That's right.
That we're trying to get trellises for.
That's right. So we're going to get started on that, and we'll show you the process as we go.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so we've measured it out, and right to this line is 14 feet. So all I'm gonna do, this fencing works really easy. I'm just gonna cut it right along the edge of it, like that, all the way down. That'll give us this 14-foot section. Then I'm gonna cut these ones off and measure from here that way for our other 14-foot section.
All right, guys, we did get our 2 pieces of fence cut. They are right here, leaning up on here.
They're probably hard to see.
Yeah,
but
probably is hard to see.
But they're here, and then Missy has one there.
Yep, right behind me here.
Okay.
So
I'm sure at this point, all of you are asking, why on earth did they put their fence up and plant their vegetables before they put their trellises in? And that would be a very valid question. If I was watching this video, I'd be asking that question too. But the simple fact of the matter is, we only found out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So we wanted
2.5 weeks ago that we were even going to have this garden plot. And that was just the week before Memorial Day weekend, which is typically planting time for seeds, for starts around here.
We are in zone
I think five.
5. I think we're in zone 5.
Out here, yeah.
I will double check and I will leave it right there for you. So anyway, we wanted to get our plants in because some of the plants that we have, tomatoes, peppers, they have a very long time between planting and harvest. So we wanted to get them in. This is the harder way to do it, but this is what we're left with, and this is the way we're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get these lifted up and over there, and then we'll get them fastened to our T-post. All right, so we have our trellis up. If you look down that end, you can see that one's nice and straight. But as you come down here towards me, you can see this one's kind of loose. So I went online to YouTube University and watched a video on how to tighten these. And I will try and find that video and leave a link. It wasn't somebody that we normally watch, but it was definitely a good hint. So we're not really worried about putting bends in this fence. So the way you tighten it, you just take a pair of pliers and you twist it like that. And you just do that in a few places going along. And as I do this, it's going to pull that fence all the way in, all the way down it. Okay, so I got this all twisted. You can see it here, and each twist shrinks it in a little bit. And you can see this fence now is relatively straight. So we're not keeping pigs or goats. I mean, they're trellises. And the outside perimeter I tightened up the same way. It's just to keep any varmints out. So this will be fine. I mean, the plants do not care that there's little bends in this fence. They're gonna grow the same. So I think that's where we're at. And what do we got left to do here? I think we're going to plant some more cantaloupe melons because some of our melons died. We're just gonna go over everything, do a little bit of weeding, and then we'll see you guys back at the camp. This looks fine.
Yes.
And that technique that you see me using to bend the fence a little bit,
It really does work.
it really tightens that fence right up. And when we go down to the homestead, I will take those fences off at this garden plot.
Yeah.
I will roll them up. I will bring them with us because I'm not buying more fence. There's nothing wrong with it.
We'll definitely reuse that.
And I'll reuse it for trellises down there. I mean, it's not a problem with at all.
But it does really tighten it up.
It does tighten it up.
So it works good for us.
So let's talk about this couple that seems to think they can come onto our site anytime they want, and they've pretty much been coming onto our site every single day.
Yeah, for the past week or so.
About since we started coming here. So we caught a little of them on the camera, and we'll show you that right now.
All right, take a look, guys.
What do you think of that, huh? They're pretty cute. They're like 5 feet off our
They
deck.
are.
And they come up every day, 2-3 times a day.
Yeah, they love our birdseed.
Yeah, they're going crazy for the birdseed, and they're doing really well. So that part of it is not bad. It's nice to see that wildlife that come up. And,
I know that's
and
one
be
of the
around.
things that I'll enjoy, being a little bit more secluded to get more wildlife.
Down at the homestead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're very
Absolutely.
rural in the part of Arkansas
Yes.
where our homestead is. It's very, very rural. In fact, when we're sitting on our land, you can't see another house.
No, you can't.
It's pretty far off. So it's pretty nice. I mean, it's only 5 acres, but it's pretty secluded. So that's where we're at, guys. It's really nice to take today. We did some work today this morning, but we took today as a kind of a de-stress day. We're kind of stressing down and enjoying just being together.
Because it has been a stressful week, so
like 2-3 weeks, if not more. It's
just
been pretty
trying to
crazy.
relax and
But it'll
stay
be
cool because it is quite warm.
yeah,
today.
yeah. It's like it's in the 90s.
It
and-
went from like 60 to 90
yeah,
in a couple days.
yeah. So I mean, welcome to New England. But that's where we're at, guys. I hope you enjoyed some of that. I'll be doing some more fishing. What do you got coming up, Missy?
I actually have my signs coming up.
Your sign business video.
Yes. I am in the middle of putting, with your help,
You're welcome.
with
Anytime.
editing, putting a video together for my Etsy shop. So
And what is the video about?
it's actually a video on me actually making the sign from start to finish. So hopefully that'll give people a better idea of what I actually do and how they're made.
That's right. And we can show them a few of the signs that you've already completed.
Yes.
And the sign that she completed that'll be featured in this video. So
Yeah.
why don't you take a look at that right now? All right. Pretty patriotic there.
I know.
It really, these signs that she's making, she puts a lot of effort into them, and it's all from recycled,
Yep.
upcycled
Yep.
pallet wood. We get the pallets, and then I take the chainsaw, I cut the slats out, and I'll cut them down to size that you'll see Missy in her video of making them, which is upcoming. You'll see they're cut down to like 1 by 1 or 1 1/4. I do that on the table saw. Not that I don't trust Missy on the table saw.
No, I'm not actually comfortable using the table saw yet. I can use the circular saw or the
chop saw.
Chop saw, but
Not happy with the table saw.
Yeah, not really
That's
liking
okay.
the table saw too much.
It gives me-
I like my fingers, and it's just it kind of scares me right now.
That's okay because it gives me an
Working up.
opportunity to be a good husband
Yeah.
and help out. So
Yeah, so he does help out with that part of it.
good. I'm glad you're happy. So that's coming up, and we've got to edit that and narrate it and get it
Yes.
going. And then when we get all that done and we get the signs loaded up onto SD, we will give you guys a link
to the SD shop.
to the SD shop if you think that that's something that you'll be interested in.
Yeah. And this
Hey,
is just
Rocco.
another way
Hey, Rocco the Pawn.
for us to get another source of income
Good boy.
when we're down on our homestead.
That's right, because there'll be times when the hens aren't laying eggs,
Yeah.
and maybe we're between crops of vegetables, or maybe in the wintertime.
Yeah.
There'll be times when certain aspects of the homestead will not necessarily be bringing in steady revenue.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
always good to have something else.
Yeah, so we're looking at other things that we can do that we'll already have on our homestead.
That's right.
I know that we're going to have wood for use.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So
Because
that
I'll be
won't be a
milling up
problem.
tons of wood.
And just putting that together with a little bit of creativity, you know, that
We'll come
I'll
up
be
with
able
something.
to make my signs.
Hey, you know, every little bit is going to count. So
yeah.
it takes money to run a homestead. So we're going to do what we have to do. But that's where we're at, guys, and we're going to let you go, and we're going to enjoy the rest of our day. I think I'm making shish kebabs.
Yeah.
Beef shish kebabs.
Yep.
I'm going to make some beef shish kebab.
Alright guys, so thanks again for joining us today and watching our videos.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yes, and if you're really enjoying them, please subscribe if you haven't.
That's right, and if you're liking these videos, share them with a friend. Alright guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you
right.
later. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye guys.